to Itaewon By Night Season 2, Episode 3. Thanks for waiting. Bear with us. We have lots of excitement for you tonight to get through before the vampires get to play and kill people. Meet us after the break for Bad House announcements. As a wonderful other reminder, we have a tip menu. You can also use channel points. $10 will give our players a reroll to take the higher result. I saw that somebody gave one to Ted. That is very wise. $20 will get one of the cast members a flashback, which allows one of the players to rewrite history and give them a tip, give them an opportunity to get the advantage, we'll say. Plays when you are tipping, make sure that we know who you are specifically reaching out to with points or tips or otherwise. Itaewon By Night is also proudly sponsored for the rest of our series by Hero Forge. That'll more information about that in chat will be at !Forge. If you don't know about Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tools let you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in your web browser. There are lots of options, including color-printed options and downloadable model files for those who do 3D printing. They are constantly expanding their catalog of customization, adding new parts every week and major features like new species and custom posing on a regular basis. The excitement does not end just there with us being sponsored. However, we also have a giveaway for 10 Hero Forge prizes throughout today and Friday until midnight Eastern. If you follow us on our Twitter and Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, like and retweet our Twitter post about the giveaway, each of those will count as an entry to win either one of you will win throughout these many prizes. We have 5 regular-sized acrylic standees and also 5 codes for free shipping that are all on the table for this initial giveaway entry. And we will also be continuing to have these giveaways as you come around to the E21 streams. All that being said, and all that amazing hype, once again, thank you so much for Hero Forge. Our content warnings for the show. Our usual content warnings for the show can be found by the Twitch command !warning or CW. As a reminder, our usual content warnings for the show are substance use, emotional and memory manipulation, induced memory loss and infatuation, disappearances, historical themes of real-world war and colonization, and other dark themes. Take care of yourself as you watch our show. To introduce myself, I will be your storyteller. My name is Josephine. I am at Scary Dog Friend, and I'm here to torture some vampires. What can I say? I'm going to pass it over to Youngles.
Hi. I'm so excited to be here. Okay, I've missed everybody so much. I'm Youngles. I go by they, she pronouns, so does Wendy. And I'm very excited, so I'm just going to pass it off to Hamna.
Hello, everybody. My name is Hamna. I use any and all pronouns, and I am a TTRPG performer and producer. Today, I will be playing Cerise Shaheen, who uses they, them pronouns, our lovely fledgling Ventru. And with that, I will pass it over to my sire, Jay.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jay. I use they, them pronouns. Tonight, I am playing Viridian Song, who uses they, she pronouns, with a new outfit. Yay! That's me. Who's next? Fabs.
What's up? Hi, my name is Fabs. I'm playing Jet today. Also producing. And you're welcome for showing you only Wes. Speaking of, pass it to you, buddy.
Hi, my name is Wes Franks. My pronouns are he, they. He is great. They is even sicker. You can follow me on Twitter at ThirstTrapMoth. That's my handle. You can also find me at my new website at it's www.onlywest.com. where it's just me now. And for this evening, I'm very honored to be playing Ted Beaver, he, him, ghoul.
Is that the accent?
Ted Beaver, yeah,
Oh,
he, him.
Shut up,
Bostonian.
it is
Best.
not.
Ted Beaver, yeah, from
When he
Boston.
dealt with that
Boston.
for decades.
you
Yes,
were fake
of course.
married to that. You
You
were
got-
fake married to that.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
Ooh.
Every day for a
Man.
beautiful 20
Oh,
years.
man.
All right, everybody.
Love this.
Let's get into the recap.
Screaming.
Last episode, we got insight into Jesse, Jet's roommate and longtime fellow immigrant, a tattoo artist, piercer, hairdresser, and now alchemical vampiric dresser-upper. With the help of Jet's alchemy, the Coterie can now get new tattoos, piercings, and haircuts, as well as a brand new market for Jesse in the nighttime. Kyun, one of Jet's pushers, continues to badger him, to sire him, although orphans cannot sire. Kyun, with newly found gusto in Jet's higher positioning, got himself into a fight and went into Jesse's tattoo parlor to lay low. Jet, meeting Kyun at the parlor, gives Kyun an ultimatum. If Kyun goes to get sired by another vampire, Jet cuts off all communication with him. Kyun attempts to throw Jesse under the bus for some reason, covertly revealing the name of a Mark de Rossi. Viridian's meeting with the executive Kindred of Itaewon turns into a surprise visit to a Kindred exclusive gala at a lavish hotel. Alice Suh, an in-house secretary of Min Financial, who forgot she was also hosting said gala, invites Viridian to the upper floor hotel conference rooms to follow up on their decision to lead the executives in community manners. The meeting at first involves everyone in the Coterie, both of Viridian's ghouls, Ted and Calliope, but for some reason Jet is absent. Alice reveals the Hinos are power playing the Min Banks with threats. The executive council, who apparently have large enough stake for the opinion to matter over others, refuse to be led by a younger figure, such as Jet. Viridian reaches out to Debbie to consider taking the role, voicing their uncertainty in taking on the role for themselves. All of that said and done, all of you give me a fucking rouse check.
Fear?
I succeeded.
Get hungrier.
Succeeded.
Yeah, nope. Wendy did not succeed.
Hungry.
I don't believe.
Hungry.
I think ghouls are safe.
Ghouls are safe.
Ghouls.
Yeah, I just get to eat the blood. I don't get to rouse it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To rouse it. Did we? Is mine right? I think mine's wrong. Is mine right?
You did fail it.
Okay.
FYI, I am trying to troubleshoot. My computer has just informed me I'm out of application memory, even though I shut down all the things. So I'm not sure what's happening.
You're good so far.
If we need to take a break, it's okay. We'll know.
Okay. I'm sobbing and closing some of my bajillion Chrome tabs that are open.
Please do. Please do.
My
Anyway,
ADHD is crying.
we
Okay,
have
sorry.
2 failures for the Coterie and 2 successes. Incredibly great to know and note. Before we get to anyone in the Coterie, however, Ted, can we talk? Can we have just like a little
Yeah, let's do a tete-a-tete.
a Ted? Let's do a
A
Ted.
tete-a-tete.
It's a
All
TED
right.
Talk.
Cut the stream. I think we're
Cut the
done.
stream.
I think we're done.
I'll
That's
leave.
it. I quit.
All right, Ted. When do you usually get up in the morning? Or rather, when do you start your morning?
Well, back before the whole, thing, I typically would, stay in. I'd sleep in, But now, it's just kind of been like a restless kind of thing. I can't seem to get any rest at all. Don't feel like resting. So I've been, getting a couple of hours nap in, and I'll wake up. It's 6 a.m. 0600, and just walk around, see what's going on. Kind of pay attention to things. It's kind of weird. I'm getting used to it though.
Getting used to it. Throughout your morning activities, morning responsibilities at the Young Sun Garrison, or wherever you're usually placed, from the morning goes into the afternoon. From there, the evening. And just before it gets to that sundown, where you've waited at this point for about 12 hours before the action finally starts for you, is there anything that you're doing in that middling ground other than just sitting restlessly?
Typically we'll be doing like once like the kind of restless leg syndrome gets to them, we'll sometimes take walks around the area. But then if there's just nothing immediate coming up on the register, we'll find any excuse to hop into a car and go and take photographs, get a bit of scouting, a little bit of snooping, one might call it.
I think at some point, does Seth have a car? Just like kind of his own car?
Oh yeah, it's a shitty old Datsun,
Mm,
rotary engine, just, but it's still kicking. Great car.
no kicking. What's the license plate? Did you ship it over from America at all? Is it like a beautiful Massachusetts car, or is it a...
Oh no. I found some old guy outside of town that was selling one
Yeah.
on the cheap and everything. It doesn't have vanity plates or anything. I think Ted keeps a stash of them in the trunk of the car just in case.
Oh my god.
Yeah. A man of all seasons, Ted Beaver. Ready for anything.
Love it. Just before it gets to that point, and you give yourself to the night, so to speak, you'll get a usual call from Calliope Jin, who is one of the other of Viridian's ghouls. The one that will say is definitely on the closer side to Viridian, aka definitely lesbian lovers amongst the many. But I think you would find out, and depending on if you come to appreciate her or not, a very reliable businesswoman, someone who appears to be very frazzled, but when it comes down to business, when it comes down to certain situations where you've had to crack down on, we'll say, maybe a certain warehouse, or you've had to interrogate specific people with Calliope, she has proven to be very trustworthy. You'll just get a call on the phone from Calliope on one of your many phones.
This is Ted. You know what to do.
That is really such an introduction.
Ah, Calliope. Always wonderful to hear your voice coming from the speaker box of a grainy phone from the early 90s. How you doing?
Wow. Fine. We're doing, everything is still working smoothly. I was just wondering, there is, I believe, a review for you today. I'm not 100% sure if everyone is going to be there or not, but if there's anything you want me to bring for you, I don't know if you need any food or whatever, I can bring some over. And also if you needed a ride, I was just checking in with you today.
A review?
Yeah.
Like a board meeting kind of review? A quarterly review type of thing?
Yeah. It's been like 6 months. So,
Oh, okay. I don't know if Viridian or the missus let you know about the nature of my connection of everything like this, but like I don't like kind of like do the corporate thing. I kind of have enough going on with the whole, you know, me being still part of the military kind of thing. That's kind of like I kind of get it. Okay, can I get some like Dobaki
Yes.
ready for me, and like maybe like
You want like a beer?
yeah, maybe
Okay.
Asahi Super Dry, maybe if you can.
Sure. Do you want like
and-
do you want to get a pack, or should I just get like a tall boy?
just a tall boy.
Okay.
Actually, if you could just like put it in a thermos, that would be great. And
I got
then like a PowerPoint present, something. Y'all have the projectors, right? Yeah.
A projector?
You know, just like present information and everything like that, and so the group doesn't have to crane their necks looking at tiny pieces of paper.
You don't? Do you not just have like a folder or anything, or?
Digital thumb drive? Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I will buy an Asahi Super Dry tall boy in a thermos, and I'll get a cute thermos too. A projector, tteokbokki, and sounds good. I'll get all of it. No worries.
Hey, Calliope, you're a dream. All right, thank you.
And she kind of sighs, but is like clearly amused. And she says, "Okay. Oh, did you need me to pick you up at all?"
Nah, I got the wheels out already for the day, so I might as well just go ahead and use the old corporate parking pass, huh? I'm sure I have a spot with my name on it and everything.
Yeah, you do.
Shit. All right. Okay. Yeah. I'll just drive myself. It's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alrighty. To our coterie, very briefly. Between Viridian and Wendy, was this performance review something that you either forgot to tell Ted or you just didn't tell Ted at all?
I imagine Viridian did tell Ted, but it was in a long laundry list of other things that it's very easy for him to have not picked up on it. I imagine Viridian gave him like a bunch of things to do, and then at the end tacked on, oh, and by the way, in a week you have a performance review, and then hung up the phone, and then that was
it. Incredible. And Wendy, did you were you aware also, or did you just forget?
I think Wendy would have been aware and just conveniently forgotten to remind Ted maybe that they had things happening soon.
Excellent. Would Cerise and Jet also be aware and would be a part of this for whatever reason, just as a coterie, or are there still high enough tensions that either one of them may or may not come?
Viridian would have invited both of you, seeing as the ghouling of Ted was something that was kind of a group decision. And also Viridian's had Ted look into a lot of issues that are of value to all of us, which is part of what this review is for. So Viridian at least would have texted our coterie group chat and would have said, here's like the day and the time for the meeting. It's at my office. Come if you can, essentially. It wasn't like a you must be here kind of thing.
Cerise relishes the opportunity to get to be a part of this performance review. They are definitely going to be there.
Jet is questioning everything right now. Jet sends a text of like performance review? He's a ghoul. He's not employed. What? And just like lists like, what the hell's going on? What? Like, are we paying this guy? I thought he was just doing this shit for free. Like, I need to see the books, and like, wait, I think I have a meeting. Oh, I can move it, and just like a string of texts from Jet, just like, what the fuck? And then at the last message is just gonna be like, fine, I'll see you guys there.
Perfect.
Viridian
And
sends a thumbs up.
Calliope, who said that she wasn't sure if everyone was gonna be there. Ted, you will, depending on, are you like a getting there early guy or getting there on time or late guy?
Oh yeah, well getting there early is on time, getting there on time is late, and getting there late is unacceptable, that whole kind of thing. So I'll get there early. Yeah, I'll be there to kind of help
I'm a
set
theater
up.
kid.
Yeah.
Was Ted a theater kid?
Always wanted to be, I had a dream of being in Guys and Dolls, but just couldn't cut it. 2 left feet, Ted. Yeah.
Alrighty. Ted, you get there, and you will see Calliope, who has the same mindset as you. Honestly, if she can be anywhere 3 hours earlier, days earlier, she's there. And you see Calliope with 2 tall boys of Asahi, like those like kind of this like almost like bucket of tteokbokki, and fuck, what else did you ask for? There is a projector that looks a little dusty, but she found one. And she also with she kind of like excitedly Calliope, this very professionally like black dressed young woman with purple curly dyed hair, kind of excitedly like sidles up to you, and like behind her she like holds 2 things, and she's like, BTS or New Jeans?
BTS or New Jeans? New Jeans?
And then she procures a New Jeans thermos, that she will put on the Asahi, and it is one of the thermoses. I'm completely making this up, but it has they had a rabbit ears sort of like outfit concept, so the thermos also has rabbit ears on it, and she gives it to you.
Got it. Okay. I see what this is. All right. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Pick on the intern thing, huh? Okay, I get it.
No, I really like New Jeans.
Is that other one for you? We both gonna be drinking here in the
Yeah.
Well, I get. Looks out the window. Oh God, my fucking timing. Just biological clock is way off.
I promise you get used to it fairly quickly.
Yeah. I do feel a bit, I don't know, lighter? I don't know. I went for a jog earlier, which was really fucking weird.
Yeah. Soon you'll be running. I don't know. I don't want to assume about your physical skills. It's not a requirement for, all ghouls to be retainers. So whatever makes you most comfortable throughout this process. I know it's been very interesting.
Saying I'm too old, Calliope?
A little?
You're fucking right. I don't know who made this decision to put me into this kind of place, but here we are. Just happy to help.
Well, we're gonna meet everybody. I can't imagine it's been relatively recent that you've gotten to see everybody. Yeah, Fabs.
When Ted says like, I don't know whose idea it was, Jet probably is there and saying it was mine actually.
Oh! Fuck, well, you been here the entire time? What the?
Yeah, I also go about in the daytime like you guys, and Jet looks at the New Jeans thermos, and I'm like, puts his hand on Ted, is like, you're not gonna want to hold that in public, no.
Look, I went
It's
through this whole thing.
cute.
Yeah, I went through this whole thing in the 80s.
Is
alright,
this
man?
is this Cal or is this one of the other
It's Calliope.
Cal? Just think about it. Ted's 60 years old. It's not a good look.
Hey. Yeah.
Ted, I'm trying to help you out here. All right.
Look. I went back through this stuff when I went into basic and everything like that. I understand. I'm taking my lumps. You know. I'll pick on the new guy, that kind of thing. So I know it's been 6 months, but what's that, like 5 minutes to you lot or something?
You're still new. You're still,
Okay.
She do you want some food, Jet? And then I think Calliope will just like kind of set up some of the tteokbokki and like whatever. She probably got like a bunch of other side dishes and stuff too.
Mhm.
She'll set everything up for everybody. You can sit wherever. We'll say it's sort of like almost like a little coffee table sort of set up with like comfortable chairs. Just like some classic business and interior design magazines also on this like glass coffee table here. And Ted got another reroll. Alrighty. Who comes after Jet?
It's not me.
I guess Wendy will probably show up because they are way too excited for this review and have never been earlier on time to anything in their entire life. And kind of just sees the two of them talking and kind of walks up and says hi to Jet and just kind of looks at Ted and does that like Ajima like and then like pops a piece of chocolate and then like just turns back to Jet and goes, so have you been good? What have you been up to?
Yeah. And Jet actually has like this weird long like kind of like container, kind of like a sports bag, and it's about the size of a sword. I was like, I just had some lessons early. How you been? How's did you get to check up on the thing that I asked you about, or no rush, obviously?
We can talk about that later. Kind of focused on
This.
today,
Mhm.
yeah.
I just like lean in. It's like, you all right?
Yeah, no, totally fine. Why would anything be wrong?
And just like shoots Ted like a look, and then shoots a look back to you.
Is that a New Jeans thermos?
I said it's not a good look, and I
Ted, you can't walk around like this. People are gonna think that you're weird.
Look, I'm not gonna walk around with it. Calliope just gave it to me as a fucking joke, all right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it for the meeting.
I was
and-
not joking.
Okay, not joking.
You've been around long enough to know Calliope doesn't joke. I mean, come on. But I can see how you would think that, though. I get that. Maybe. No, go ahead. Go ahead, Ted. Go ahead. Explain yourself.
It's a nice gesture. It's just what I'm gonna say, okay? That's it.
People are gonna start asking you questions, and you don't know enough about New Jeans to be able to answer them, I don't think. And I'm just trying to look out for you, okay? And
Well, I love learning, so new questions from new people all the time, and I can just learn as much as I can, and then maybe I will start liking New Jeans, huh? How about that? You done?
I think that's the
Maybe-
issue. Is I don't think we want you to like New Jeans because it's not a good look.
Okay, then I won't like New Jeans. I'll go back and listen to Phil Collins and whatever
Yeah.
old guys are supposed to listen to.
That's-
Old
You
jeans.
know what? Old jeans. Why don't we find you a Phil Collins thermos? I guarantee you there's one in the market somewhere. Like, it would not surprise me. I bet we could find one. And why
As
don't
long
you
as it
just-
has rabbit ears, yeah, then we'll, Phil Collins with.
Who comes in next?
Viridian has been in the office this whole time, but they've been, I think, taking a meeting in their office. And what's so funny? And then after I think Viridian finishes up their meeting and will walk to this meeting room. And I think y'all are still bantering about this thermos, and Viridian will just slide in the back and has a notepad, which they use to take notes during meetings, and they walk in and just sit down on one of these chairs, kind of in like the back of the room, but like center to where Ted would be presenting. And they don't necessarily say anything. They greet everyone with like a very sort of like just a nod. And they sit down and they open their notepad and they are just writing down, you can just assume working on something else at the moment, waiting for everyone else to arrive.
And that everyone else does arrive. I think Cerise shows up maybe like 5 or 10 minutes late. Normally they are much later than this. So this is early for Cerise. But they show up maybe like 5 or 10 minutes late, and they kind of like walk into the room with this almost pep in their step. They are far too excited and too happy to be here. They have a briefcase for some reason with them as they sort of enter the room, and they look around and they say, good, everyone's already here.
Cerise, welcome.
And they kind of take a seat wherever there is an open chair, and they look at Ted and they say, so, are you ready?
Yeah, you look a little bit too eager.
I'm just excited to bring somebody into the fold.
I already feel so welcome. Yeah, when everybody's ready, we can go ahead and kick this off, and then you can go off gallivanting into the night. Whatever you hopes on doing, huh? Ted is going to look over to Wendy and say, can I talk to you about something later?
Okay, yes, but I am not teaching you about new jeans.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry, why do you need to learn about new jeans?
It's a prank.
Okay.
It's
performance.
And
review.
when
That's
you
a
just points
really
at the thermos.
Oh,
not
you
joking.
can't. And Cerise is gonna take the thermos. Like, if it's in Ted's hands, they just kind of swipe it out of Ted's hands. You can't have this, and they take it completely, and they kind of look inside to see what's in it, and they smell it. Oh, you really can't have this, and they put it down.
Get it?
Do you like BTS? I saw the
Me?
BTS one. Yeah.
They're all right. Kind of overplayed, but yeah.
How dare you? And I kill everyone who's hurt by that. She'll just give you the BTS thermos.
Thank you.
Viridian will look to Cal and just like shoot Cal a look like, okay, let's get this started. And Viridian flips to a new page in their notebook, and she looks directly at Ted and says, well, Theodore, why don't you get us started?
Goodness gracious, nobody's called me Theodore since the nuns back at school, okay? Alright, let's go ahead and hit the ground running here. So I've been digging up some information past couple weeks, months, and I guess now you're all ready to get it. From what you were looking for, Viridian, had to dig quite a bit. And with the digging comes a little bit of well, not as much information as I was hoping for, but I've unearthed some stones, and underneath those stones, hopefully, will be the information that we're looking for. Should we talk about the superintendent first? Huh? Looks over at Cerise, your favorite.
Yes, probably should find out what she's been up to.
Well, I would love to know exactly what the superintendent's up to, but the thing is, nobody can fucking find her, alright? Went missing in action, apparently. Hasn't shown up to work, and is worrying KMP quite a bit for not being found.
When was the last time she was seen?
Oh, well, I'd probably say the last time anybody saw her was probably in this room. I'm not gonna name names or anything like that, just kind of from what I've dug up here. Been kind of putting a little bit of a block and a buffer to make sure nobody's putting 2 and 2 together, but yeah, I think we know who was the last person and when the last time she was seen to see her. So that is something to look into.
Wendy looks around and is like, what is
Well,
and
you
just kinda,
know,
makes a face over at Cerise. Like, what is he talking about?
Sarah may be a little bit, let's say, enamored, infatuated, even, with me.
You
By accident.
Jet shoots
Okay,
a look
okay.
at Cerise that's just disappointed and just cocks an eyebrow.
Not like that. We didn't even touch.
He just looks away.
well, if there's anything that can be salvaged from that, or what's good is that she's still MIA, so she can be found. So Superintendent Cho's running around. There are a couple people you can go to, alright? There are people that have worked directly with Superintendent Cho. Got Battalion Maintenance Officer George Statham and Barbara Q, with who is an armor officer down at the precinct. So those are 2 people that could potentially know exactly where she's at, or could have an inkling of where she might be. Might have even seen her soon, bumped into her. Something to look into. If you need me to do it, I can do it. Though, you know, throwing my head around that place too much, too often, people might start asking questions. So that's kind of what I'm here for. Okay, there's also been some edited documents, breach of confidentiality, and unaccounted timestamps related to meetings with Statham and Q. So some people to look into. You got a couple of IT specialists, maybe Polly Killing, Isabella Kaczmarek. I've never been good with the Polish and the Eastern European names, but you can probably check me on that, Calliope. And then Cara Finnegan. Are the 3 that you can look into. So, and this is all provided in a folder that's been typed up by Calliope as well. And also just going through and showing names and ranks and pictures of these people through the projector, hitting the button on it. Another important person that you might want to talk to that might know everything going along down at the precinct is Human Resources Specialist Melanie Kwan. If I know anything about structures of police precincts as well as military and corporate places, is that the HI knows everything going on. So, might be.
What documents have been edited?
Oh, you know, just conversations and things of the like. You know, just different official meetings. Highly classified, or maybe not even highly, but just slightly classified information that gets redacted every once in a while. It happens all the time in police precincts. You know, sometimes have like, well, you know, to make sure that they're not culpable of things.
Oh, I'm well aware. Why is this a concern now, though? This is regular police procedure. They have a lot to hide, and they're constantly hiding it.
Well, it's quite concerning because the fantastic and wonderful superintendent, who's definitely not a nepo baby, was brought into the force and truly believes in her job, really believes in the state of policing of the city, specifically this district, and wants to see it flourish. Also is very much into the United States military and American exceptionalism, that all good stuff that you all know about, is very much on Team USA all the way. And so with her gone, missing, probably suggests she has connections with a organization that doesn't like to see you lot running around, huh?
And I think Cerise kind of looks over at Viridian at that. I thought we dealt with that.
I thought we did too. And I look at Ted.
I am only one man. Like you said, I'm 60 years old. I'm old. I'm tired. You know, I only got so many hours in the day, and I'm trying my best. But look,
You've been late to almost every flight we've had to try to go handle some of these things. What do you mean?
Look, I am getting adjusted to everything. But I have to tell you, it's pretty stressful when you not only have to deal with things happening at home, but I have to gladly take care of business for you all, as well as working for the United States military. You know, making sure that certain agreements are kept, making sure that certain criminals that are arrested, you know, have a fair chance of not getting shipped and extradited to the United States because they committed something on a military base.
Yeah, I forgot how important you are. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. So sorry.
Hey, it's easy to forget. I get it.
But
I'm not
to be
mad.
fair, we have been trying to take care of that other thing by planting things elsewhere to lead them away from here.
Yeah. It's, you know, trying. This kind of brings up some other stuff that might want to be checked into. I'm going to look around. Is Alice around anywhere?
No, Alice is specifically she's busy still dealing with like the Min aftermath and stuff.
Perfect.
Not specifically directly involved with Viridian or anything like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like we work together, but we're not like friends or anything.
Got it. Gonna jump scare you with a photo of Alice when I hit the projector, with her name as well. I think you are all familiar with Alice here. Know of her, know her, things of that nature. Now, I don't know how much this directly ties into Superintendent Cho. It might not tie into anything at all, but I did some digging. And you know how people like to hide the things that they do, especially when they do something important for a boss. Well, she's been pretty busy. There was a stiff involved on a cruise, a bit of a pleasure cruise. Somebody didn't survive. And Alice is covering up the dirt, the mess that was made.
Wait, is that Young Chill's secretary?
That's right. Get Cerise a sucker. That's a point. That's a brownie point. Right there for you. Can we get suckers for the next performance review, by the way?
No.
Oh, okay.
Apologies, madam. Yeah,
That's-
Young Troll secretary. Yeah. So she's been covering up all kind of messes. In particular, one mess involved with a pleasure cruise. You know, hiring cleaners, firing cleaners, and then paying them an excessive severance fee. Going to a marina, asking them to cut certain footage so somebody's not seen on it. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Do we know if Alice is a ghoul? Or
She is.
Yes.
Okay.
I told that motherfucker to tell me everything, and he told me that his secretary was handling it. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Well, looks like she was handling it, just not. I mean, just not really good. Not like a great way of handling it. I mean, if somebody like me is able to find it, then just imagine if you have like the budget of the KMP. I mean, I'm fucking good, but there's always somebody out there that's better.
Well, guess I'm gonna have to visit Alice. I'm sure she'll enjoy running and getting me drinks again.
Yeah, I'm certain. Of course. Yeah. So do with that as you see fit. It's very useful information that can be used, and just kind of keep that in mind when we'll discuss how I've been doing this past quarter. Moving on. There have been a number of suspicions and curfew breaches that have happened during the time when Ethan Hahn went missing. And I'll go ahead and flip to another projector screen that shows Infantry Officer Henry O. and Infantry Officer Gray Montgomery. Storyteller, if you'd like to provide some context, that I'll probably have in handouts given to everybody around the table.
Yeah, very much essentially, seeing as how the group, all of you know that Chosera was the one who took the call on getting Ethan Hahn kidnapped after his shift. Right about that time, you'll see an approximate timestamp, something along the lines of like after midnight or so. Infantry Officer Henry O. and Gray Montgomery, and I'll provide all these names, were there. What's it called?
Shift.
Their shifts aligned with those times, and sort of last video surveillance evidence recalls that and identifies these two men as having been there.
So, if you kind of want to get a cleaner picture, better idea of what happened with old Ethan Hahn, I think those two roughnecks are going to be your best bet.
I'm surprised. Surprised we don't know yet what happened to Ethan.
He doesn't remember very much. I've already asked him multiple times.
So things are picking up again. It seems.
It would seem that to be the case. No, this is just stuff that I found. I'm sure if I dig deeper, I'll find some more and bring that to your office. I have it just waiting for you as soon as you need it, or I can bring it to you directly. If there's anything you specifically want me to keep putting pressure on, I can do that. I've got a series of photographs of Alice that are available in this folder, as well as there are some photographs of the others. Just the day-to-day. Shit, well, I already know exactly where George is going off when he gets off of work, off shift. He goes to have a drink and everything. I also know where he goes when he's not going home. Which... Guy's got an appetite.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, on behalf of the group, I'd like to say I appreciate your work.
Damn.
Touched. And I think Jet starts to bring out like a notepad and jots down a number. If you need any backup, call these numbers. They're my people, and you can probably ask them for help.
I appreciate that, having a couple of, be like Oliver Twist or something. A couple of kids in my back pocket.
Oh, they're not
do
kids.
Some B&E.
They're not kids.
Oh, okay.
They're trained professionals.
Oh shit, that's my bad. I just assumed. Look,
oh,
certainly made an ass out of you and me, huh?
You of course, sure. Look, Ted, I do appreciate your work. I know how it is. I was once just like you, but I still don't like you.
You ain't gotta like me, bub. I'm just trying to make it all pleasant for everybody, you know?
Of course.
What's stopping us from just killing these people? And I
was
think
gonna
Cerise is
ask-
flipping through the folder with the like pictures of people, and they're especially fixated, I think, on the 2 infantry officers.
What was Wendy gonna say?
Wendy was gonna ask if we need the officers alive. That's a
Look.
requirement.
I know I'm new to this whole kind of thing, but just speaking from years of experience and tenure, that if, officers, personnel start go missing, people start asking questions. If infantry starts going missing, that means they're doing something that the officers want to do, but they're not doing currently, and so they're going to be looking way harder. So, dust them up by all means. Get them drunk, ply them with liquor, get them to tell you all that he can. These guys go missing, though. I don't think I'm going to be able to cover up that much, okay?
Wendy, dear, unfortunately, I do agree with Theodore.
No,
We
he's
can't.
right.
Disappear everyone. People would start asking more questions than we can come up with answers for.
But
My influence only goes so far.
we could blackmail them, though.
We could.
Your influence only goes so far, but we also have Jet now, don't we? And Cerise looks over at Jet.
My
is true.
influence only works pretty much with the people who do the dirty. And basically the local businesses of Itaewon. So if we want to keep the businesses quiet while we do something, then sure, I can probably talk to some people. We need some of the other cast-offs to do something for us, then yes, but I think I'm agreeing with Ted and Viridian with this, that we can only fit so much bodies in a fridge, right? So I think we should, as much as we want to do something about these people, I think we should take it slow and find out more what we can do before we start picking them off one by one.
Cerise, if you'd like me to arrange a meeting with Alice for you, I can do that.
That would be great, actually. I need to talk to her about her boss.
Would you like me to attend as well? Would you like to meet with her alone?
That's okay. I think I can handle it. It's firm business anyway. But fine.
Viridian nods.
Fine. And Cerise looks, I think, disappointed and like frustrated, but will capitulate. Fine, we won't go after these infantry officers, not just yet. But I like Wendy's idea of blackmailing them at the very least.
If you need a
Okay.
venue, if you need a place to do that, then I can secure a place that's public, at the same time quiet.
It's usually not very hard to get these military officers in precarious situations or find them in such a state. So
Then I think it's settled.
Look, I can ask around and see where they like to, stomp around. They're probably hanging around here. A couple young guys like them. So I can ask around. I'll slip an address and some times with you and see what happens. You know, I still have some connections. So.
Okay. Any other questions for Ted before the performance review wraps up?
I think.
Yes. Oh, go.
Oh, I was just gonna say Viridian has something to ask Ted, but after the meeting. You go ahead.
I think Cerise just kind of like puts their, like, they also, I think, similar to Jet, had like a notebook out and was taking notes and whatnot, and they kind of just like close it and push it further away. And they lean back in their chair and they look at Ted. One last thing.
Yeah.
How fast do you run?
Cerise, right?
That's Shaheen-shi to you, actually.
Shaheen, she got it. All right, I keep that in mind. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know all about you. Looked into you and everything like that. Pretty fucking scary, aren't you?
That's not an answer to my question, Ted.
I run all right.
Show us. It's a performance review, after all.
Viridian looks at you, Cerise, just with the like, what are you doing kind of facial expression.
And Cerise just kind of like looks back and just kind of like waves their hand. Like, just wait. I'm having fun.
Jet just stands and is like, ghouls aren't toys. They still have their own choices. So if you would stop treating Ted like he's just some object you can play with, then that would be much appreciated. We're done with this meeting.
It's okay, Jet. It's okay. I'll play ball.
Whatever.
But I want to see it.
See what?
The tricks and everything.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I've worked way too long and hard to just do things at beck and call without there at least being a carrot at the end of the stick. So, I'll run. But, you're gonna have to nudge me.
And Cerise looks over at Wendy.
Sips
And then looks
from the
over-
new jeans. Sips from the new jeans thermos.
Jet starts to
And
like
then-
take his stuff and like, you guys have fun.
Jet, thank you for coming.
Always. Wendy and
Ted's gonna hold out a sheet of paper towards Jet. Just fold it up.
I take it.
Some info for you, you know, just kind of been doing some digging into men financial and everything. So if you kind of want like a, you know, just a who's where.
He just like salutes with it, puts it in his breast pocket, says bye to Cal, like winks at Wendy, and then just gets out. Ignores Cerise.
Well, if we're doing this, and Cerise, I think, like pushes back on their chair, gets up, very intentional, slow movements in their body, and they walk over to Ted, and I think they put their hands down on the table in front of Ted, and they lean in towards Ted, getting like uncomfortably close to them. And they fix their ice blue eyes on Ted's. Okay, then. Let's see how fast you run. And I would like to use entrancement, or at least attempt to, on
Sure.
Ted. So that is a charisma presence versus composure wits.
Composure wits. Got it.
Wes has 2 rerolls.
I also have 2 rerolls, you have to remember. I am going to...
I am going to use one of my rerolls.
I will as well. I'm rolling 3 dice again. Okay, 7 successes.
Hello?
That is 5 successes.
Okay. What does entrancement? What are you doing to Ted?
So roughly for 3 hours, technically speaking, according to the move, for roughly 3 hours, Ted's attention, however you want to describe it, I'll let you decide, Wes, whether it's fascination, infatuation, whatever, is fixated on Cerise. You are now like basically trying to stay within Cerise's good graces. However, you still won't like cause yourself or other like people that you love or like physical harm. But for all intents and purposes, your attention is positively fixated on Cerise.
I think there's a moment of like tension of just staring, and you can see there's a drop of like blood that comes like down the nose, and then just a smile, and then just stands up, puts the folders down to the side, and then just starts running around the room, doing a nice brisk jog.
And I think Cerise like gets up off of the table and watches Ted running around the room and kind of like leans back on the table with their arms against the edge. And they watch and they, I think, laugh a little. And they look over at Wendy to see Wendy's reaction to seeing Ted like this.
Wendy's cracking up. Wendy's like, just like completely sitting there with their juice box, just taking this all in, kind of like watched Jet leave, didn't really understand why, and it's just like cracking up at the fact that Cerise is like giving Ted the runaround, literally. There's never been a better birthday present if Wendy was gonna have a birthday than this right here, which they will write down in their notebook as a statement of today.
Wendy, do you want this? Do you want to play?
I like this. I like the watching of the stuff. Are you and Jet fighting?
And I think, if I may, storyteller, I think that snaps Cerise. Like it catches Cerise so off guard that it actually ends the entrancement.
I love that. Go for it.
I think it pulls them out of whatever connection that they had with Ted, and they just kind of like their arm slips, I think, a little on the table. What makes you think that?
Well, that for one, because now, sorry, I just, he left, and you two have been, not talking as much, and I just kind of noticed it, like, right now.
Some distinct tension between the two yous.
Shut up, Ted.
I get paid to observe things.
You get paid?
Who's paying you?
Are we paying him?
Was I not supposed to set him up with a payroll?
Viridian looks at Cal and just says, I pay him in my blood, Cal, just like you.
I'm sorry, Calliope. I might have told a little fib there.
I just assumed. I don't.
Hey, it was a very generous per diem, and I'm sure it's going to be cut off now. But I really appreciate it.
We can talk, Theodore.
Okay.
Extortion aside,
Uh-huh.
I am not angry at Jet. I have no problem with Jet. If Jet has a problem with me, then he should really just say so.
Fair. I just noticed a little. It's almost like he ended that sentence with a period. So, just.
Okay, Cerise and Wendy. Cerise, can you give me a charisma subterfuge? And Wendy, give me a something insight.
Do my pretty dice come into effect here?
Wendy, do you think Cerise is pretty?
Oh, 100%.
Then yes. You can do composure insight.
Oh.
Yeah, go for it.
We do not have to
Six
resolve this
successes.
now, but while the two of them are talking, Viridian has basically told Ted to come over to them so that they can have their conversation. And we can resolve what I say to Ted after, but
After
that's
this.
what's happening. Yeah.
Got it.
Is that bad?
You do have 2 rerolls for free if you'd like.
I do.
You
know
got 1 success. Okay.
I'm gonna save my rerolls for the next time Wendy almost is like on.
Okay, so Wendy, the feeling that you have immediately dissipates as Cerise is so pretty, so trustworthy, would never lie to you, would never mislead you to otherwise thinking that there's any problem.
All right, no problem. Yeah, must have just been, too many juice boxes or something. I tend to overthink things sometimes.
It happens. Things, interpretation, lost in translation,
Yeah, for sure.
Ted and Viridian, what's up?
I have a quick question, actually.
Yeah.
I think... Has Cerise told Viridian about what's going on with Jet at all, or have they kept that secret?
Not the details for sure, because I don't think Viridian would approve of what happened there. But I think Cerise has complained about Jet's distance. So Viridian has definitely heard Cerise, talk about I feel like Jet's been ignoring me. I feel like Jet's been avoiding me. Every time I try to talk to him, it's just he's very angry, and I don't understand why he's so upset, and just that very vague kind of ranting about the situation without going into specifics.
Do you think, because Viridian obviously was there the first time that Cerise fed from Jet.
Yes.
I don't think Viridian has found out that Cerise fed from Jet again, unless I did find out.
I don't think so.
Because I think he kept that secret. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows.
Do you think it is plausible that Viridian could make a connection to your complaints to the fact that... Okay. So then
Probably.
Viridian will just file that away then. But meanwhile, as the two of you start bantering, Viridian gestures to Ted with 2 fingers, just telling him to come over to where they're seated at the back of the room.
Curious thing. How is Viridian feeling?
Yeah, I know. You can sense my emotions just like Hal. Viridian is in a somewhat pleasant mood. Pleasant is better than their normal average feeling. It appears that the meeting that I had prior to this meeting went well. So that may be a contributing factor to their overall pleasant mood. But you can tell that something is bothering me and something is causing me tension. And so you can feel that tension as you come closer to me.
What's up? I don't just mean like a general what's up. I mean like there's something. You got one
Have a
furrowed
seat.
eyebrow. Got it.
Freudian unfurrows their eyebrows. Have a seat.
Got it.
And they open, imagine their notepad is one of those like really fancy like leather bound things that have like a notepad that you can slide in and out, and then there's like a folder in it. And so from that folder, Viridian pulls out a printed news article from a local Korean fashion magazine thing, with a headline talking about Korean Fashion Week. And one of the headliners of Korean Fashion Week is a new collection from Rin Isaiah Pierce, who is a fashion designer and editorial photographer from San Francisco. And Rin Isaiah Pierce has a collection that is being showcased at Korea Fashion Week. Passes this news article to you. There is a large photo of one of Rin's past fashion collections. I think Rin's style of this like high fashion is like very what's the word I'm looking for? Very like sharp details, lots of geometric shapes in the clothing. It's stuff that is just a little out there. So like Rin is often dressing the celebrities that like to dress a little bit more out there. Like Rin would dress like Lady Gaga and like that type of person. And then there's a photo of Rin Pierce, smaller, just at near like the bottom of the article. Slides this to you, or hands it to you because you're right next to me, and says, I want you to look into Mix Pierce for me. We have some history.
Okay.
And I believe Rin will be attending Korea Fashion Week. And I want to know what they've been up to. Whatever you can find out.
Okay. You want like financials or just movement?
Just movement.
Just movement. Okay. I'll go
Rin
ahead.
is very well off. I don't care about that.
Okay. Well, just in case you wanted to see where I was going to. Might be something to squeeze. Yeah. Okay, go. Yeah. Ren, of course. I've got a guy. I can probably, if not get near, I can get close enough to be able to get a bit of eyes on scheduling, planners, and stuff like that.
Good. Yes, especially when Rin will be here in Seoul. I want to know what his plans are, if any.
Got it. All right. Yeah. No problem. Anything else?
And this is not too time sensitive. Korea Fashion Week is not for at least a couple months, so. But I wanted to get it on your radar.
Yeah, I've got a guy. He'll call a guy, and that guy will get me some eyes on some things, and then we can have a meeting about it, madam.
Very good. And Viridian pauses for a second and puts a finger to their chin, thinking for a moment, and then turns back to you and says, actually, if you could find out where Rin is going to be staying while in Korea.
Okay.
That specifically would be good to know.
Alright. Figure out where Rin's staying. I'll go ahead, I'll put out another, like, just an APB. I've got a couple of guys that work in some of the upscale places. So, and see if
And you will keep this on the down low, as they say, correct?
No, I'm gonna go talk to the watch captain down at the base, and he's gonna talk to some of the guys that play poker, and then everybody in all of fucking Seoul's gonna know. Of course. Discreet. Quiet. Church mouse. Yeah, I got you.
Very good.
Apologies.
That's all.
All right. I don't mean to also impede, but we are kind of getting close to the time.
Of
Just, every month I swing by for a collection.
Viridian's face changes to that of amusement. And their eyes twinkle, and their eyes are normally brown, dark brown, and they catch your gaze, their eyes now glowing red. And they smile at you, showing off their fangs, and they say, "Eager, aren't we?"
I am what I am. Just a junkie with a fix.
Okay. Well, and Viridian is going to check their watch, which I think tells them what day it is, and they look at it, and I think the normal day, like the once a month appointment that is like in Viridian's calendar, is not for like another week. And so after looking at that, they look back up at you and they say, "A week early?"
Seeing what I could get away with. I get it. I'll see you in a week.
And Viridian takes another look at the other handouts that Ted had given them, and they say, "I am impressed by all of this, though you did good."
Glad to hear it. I also just got a message back from one of my guys, and no updates or anything yet, like of a specific location, but we're probably looking at the Signal or the Lottie Hotel, one of the two.
Okay.
Maybe Four Seasons. But I'll narrow it down for you.
Good. Well, I have back-to-back meetings later tonight, but after all of that, if you want to swing by, perhaps I can give you a
I'll be in touch. We'll sync calendars.
and Viridian just
excuse
like kind of waves you off, just kind of chuckling to themselves, and looks up at Cal and Wendy, and they say, "Are you both ready? Someone else has this meeting room reserved after us."
Mm-hmm.
As the meeting wraps up, as last few things socially are able to go by, Ted, Wendy, we'll say that you're like walking out at this point, and technically the night is free for whatever. Meeting has ended, and we'll say, Wendy, you catch eyes with Ted as you remember that he wanted to speak to you.
You wanted to do the chatting thing?
Yeah. We can
Yeah.
just talk like normal people,
Yeah, no, we can. Yep. So what's up?
Are you okay? How have you been?
I'm as expected, and I guess that's good, you know? Not living in a basement anymore. What about you?
Been okay? Look, kid, I didn't want to say anything inside because I didn't want people to hear that didn't have any business dealing with your business and my business. But Maria's back.
Yeah. What?
Look, nobody's more shocked than me. But she showed up on my doorstep. She was dirty, just caked in mud and shit, and frazzled. Really bad off, kid. She some shit went down, and she came to me. She's asking a lot of questions that look, I know a lot about a lot, but when it comes to fucking vampires and shit, I don't know shit about fuck, okay? So
Right.
but she said that there's somebody after her. She's on the run. She's
Yeah.
trying to change herself again. You know how she did back then.
That's only been about what? Just a few decades. I mean,
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll just did she happen to mention who's after her?
She mentioned some fucking kid, Enoch or some shit. Not around anymore. Something bad happened with him, but she won't go into it a lot. But Temperance, something to do with this group, Ouroboros revival, some shit like that. But yeah, said she's on the run from whoever that is.
Yeah.
Look, you've always been better about that kind of stuff and talking to her than me, and I just thought that maybe she might enjoy seeing you. And she's also asking stuff about, like, Duskborns being able to change genders and shit like that, and I said that that's, like, a big conversation. I'm probably not the person to talk about that kind of thing, but, like, I really support her anyways and how she's feeling, but, like, she's looking for any and all angles of, like, trying to, like, cover her tracks. I'm working on getting her a new identity and everything like that, but Wendy, she's fucked.
I'm not surprised she go running back to you. Did she mention how she almost had us killed? That get brought up?
Look, she's fucking trying, man, okay? And I'm fucking trying, and everybody's fucking trying, and you're going through a lot right now and everything like that, and I know you're fucking angry. You, of all people, should be angry, and in due time, I'm sure that she would be more than willing to hear you and what you've got to say to her about everything that happened back then, but she's fucking gone.
I don't even know how you can. I hope you realize that everything you've said in this past 5 minutes has been centered around what she wants and what she needs, which is honestly so typical. And I should have seen this coming. Like, it's always been about what you need and what she needs. And I've just been here kind of keeping everybody afloat. And then this one goes ahead and has me killed, and she shows up at your door and you're like, come on in. How's it going? Where you been? What's up? Like, come on, Ted. When did
What the
she
fuck am I
come
gonna
by?
do? What the fuck am I gonna do? I've got a girl caked in fucking mud and shit in my fucking front doorstep. I got a drill sergeant 2 doors down from me, and I got some fucking kid that's a flyboy that's trying to get his fucking rocks off and try to get himself way on up there and, like, super high into command. And if they see me fucking talking to some fucking girl that's just caked in shit and just going on and on about somebody named Temperance and everything like that, that's heat on me, okay?
So you open up a bed and breakfast for her? Like, what is going on?
It's not a bed and breakfast. I fucking feel bad, and so I'm trying to help her out. I'm not doing this to annoy you, Wendy. We're working together now. And you have every right to be mad at me and to stick barbs in me. And if you want to put me down in front of the rest of your friends, that's fucking fine. I can take it. If you want that fucking wolf up there to make me run around a room so you can get some chuckles in, that's completely fine too. I'll play ball. But I'm just telling you to work with me here. I'm trying. And if it's not working, if you don't like it, if this shit makes you uncomfortable, or if I'm just pissing you off, then fucking have them eat me, Wendy. Fucking do me a service.
Here's the
Fucking
thing, Ted. I can't guarantee that they're not going to eat her.
Well,
I can't guarantee that I can even keep her safe, because the minute Jet finds out she's still alive, Cerise finds out she's still alive, hell, if Viridian finds out she's still alive, I bring her here, you know what they're going to do to her? It doesn't matter how bad she feels. She almost took us out.
yeah, well,
And then what? We bring her here so then she gets followed, and then what?
I didn't say bring her here, okay? If you don't want to keep her with the fucking...
Well, she can't stay with you, Ted. What's gonna happen if...
I don't know. I don't fucking know. But I was hoping maybe
minute
like
they call
the
for an
second best
inspection, you're
detective
fucked.
and fucking Itaewon could fucking help me find a place to put her.
Oh, you know, I have to find a place. Ship her back to
Well,
the
just
States
help me.
is what I
Just
want you
fucking
to
help
do
me.
with her.
Okay, I can fucking ship her back to the States, and then she's gonna show up at fucking LAX asking a bunch of fucking questions. Hey, how about this? How about I send her to San Francisco, where your friend Viridian has a bunch of connections over there, and then maybe Viridian can help her out, huh? Or maybe, yeah, I could just put a couple names in her ear, and she fucking wanders up like that, and she starts blabbing all about all kinds of stuff, huh? You think I want this? You think I want this? I don't sleep anymore, Wendy. I used to fucking love sleeping.
Yeah,
And now I just stare at a fucking stucco wall.
with your shows.
Yeah, with my fucking shows.
Okay, all right. I will talk to the gang.
Look.
See if we can find a place to stash her that does not involve shipping her to the States. But I can't guarantee it's going to be on this plane.
Well, just don't. If you're worried about what they're gonna say, what they're gonna do, then just don't say her name or anything like that. But
I'm
start
worried about
asking.
what I'm going to do, Ted.
Okay, well, you know what? I will house her. I'll take care of moving her, getting a new identity and everything like that. Isn't there, like, one of yous that does, like, magic and shit? I've been hearing about Calliope's talking about, like, the fucking blood sorcery kind. I don't fucking know all these names.
Do you
I've got a
remember
chart.
the conversations we've been having about how we're trying not to bring more attention to us?
I know.
Is that just no? We'll just magic our way through this problem too. No,
I don't know. Fucking get somebody that can.
thank God you're not in charge. That's all.
I'll
I'm
get a
gonna
fucking
say. Look,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah
you
the
know
fucking.
what?
If
You know
I'm
what?
in
It's
charge,
fine.
fucking thank
It's
God
fine.
I'm not in charge.
Okay.
I'd fucking die if I was in charge of this operation. I would fucking go to my fucking shitty apartment and I would just sit there until I grew vegetables on me and I just died. And maybe a cat would eat me or something like that. I don't know. But it's stressed. It's stressed. And I don't even get heartburn anymore, okay? I like this, like, whatever fucking Viridian's got me on, that whole shit. Like,
Are you still popping Tums like you do though?
No, no. And you know what? At one point, I liked the Tums, okay? But now I kind of miss the Tums because I don't have the Tums anymore. All right, I don't have the Tums. I don't have the sleeping. All right, these fucking cigarettes and flicks the cigarette on the ground doesn't do shit for me anymore. Okay?
Okay.
It used to be that things taste better and sweeter, and now all I can think about is the fucking blood.
Well, welcome to being a ghoul.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now,
And I'm sorry.
no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that right now. I am not getting sorries from you for putting me in a knowingly shitty situation yet again. So, all right. Problem. She's here. Great. We have to house her. We have to hide. Why? Fuck. Okay, look, I will figure this out. You go handle whatever it is that you're supposed to go handle for your blood juice stuff. And I will let you know once I know what the fuck. You do not tell friggin' Jet that she is here until I have a chance to talk to him.
That fucking kid hates my guts. You think I'm gonna tell Jet shit?
And you didn't try to get him killed. Imagine what he's gonna do to her.
Well, fuck. You know, like, screw me, okay? I can't keep track of who's fucking and fighting in your little crew, okay?
Okay. I'm just gonna keep it really simple for you, Ted, okay? Just really, really simple. Really simple. When people show up at your house,
Yeah.
don't let them in. Okay?
I fucking know if it's
Just
a bum or if
don't-
it's somebody fucking other person.
Pretend like you don't know her. I don't know what to tell you.
She fucking.
Now
fucking
it's
got
my
her to the
problem.
fucking. Yeah, it's your problem. Okay? Responsibility sucks, doesn't it? It's fucking shit. Now imagine having to do I'm having to fucking work a military job. And I'm having to fucking do Viridian work. And I gotta fucking go home. I gotta go home now. I gotta go and I'm like, pick up food for myself. Shit, I got this fucking bucket of
Are you
Dobaki.
sleeping on the couch? You don't sleep in. You know what? It doesn't matter. Why am I even asking this? Let's just. I don't want to fight with you.
I don't want to fight with you either.
I have to see your face like every day now. I thought this was gonna make it better, but I feel like this makes it worse. It's
How can I
fine.
make it better? How can we make it better? Okay, because I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue outside of a fucking office building every time something happens. Did Calliope and Viridian do that shit? No.
I'm not gonna
Yes,
get into what they look. Calliope wouldn't let a strange person back into their life that tried to just kill one of the people that they work with.
To be fair, I
Also,
don't
she
know.
knows who Eugene is. Oh my god, Ted. Look,
This is what happens when you bring people into your life like this, okay? I just want to say consequences, okay?
Oh my God. Okay. You know what? This is fine. I'm gonna talk to Viridian. I'm gonna talk to Cerise. We'll find a place for her. You just hide her in your. Don't let them in. I don't know. Make excuses until we can get her out of there.
Oh, fucking talk to church people?
Freak it. I'm in the You live on base, Ted.
Yeah, I live on base. Yeah. I fucking already know about the military people, okay? But, like, also, if, like, these church people come around, I'm not gonna fucking talk to them either.
I don't know. Are you? Because you let one in your house.
No! It's different!
Ugh. Okay, you go handle this before, I don't know, somebody sees us together for way too much. And I will go handle this, and I will text you
Okay, yeah.
on your phone
Mm-hmm.
once I know where we can put her.
Okay.
Just do not tell Jet.
I'm not gonna fucking tell Jet. What phone are you gonna call me on, by the way, so I can make sure that it's charged?
The one that Viridian gave you.
Okay, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Great seeing you again.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Is that why you need money?
I don't have to answer what I do with
You know
my
what?
own finances, okay? All right?
You're right. I don't care. Bye, Ted.
Bye, Wendy. You great hair, by the way.
Thanks.
Welcome Ted will walk towards the shitty Datsun.
Wendy angrily pulls out her flip phone.
Just like Maria's back? I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You could though.
Damn.
You
No,
could.
Before we head to break, Wendy, what are you doing on your phone?
Wendy is gonna text Viridian and Cerise into a private text group without Jet that says like the do not enter sign with like no Jet is what Wendy has
Not-
named the thing.
The group chat.
And it's like this has nothing
No.
to do with Cerise. I'm so sorry, but we have a problem and I need to talk, and walks back into the office building.
Cerise gets jump scared by the title of the group
Oh,
chat,
yeah.
I think.
As Wendy, you walk back in, unbeknownst to literally anyone, Calliope just sort of like has been pressed against a wall, like at the corner, and it's just like, oh, okay, and then we're gonna go on break.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see you guys in a bit.
We'll see you very soon.
Stand, stretch, and hydrate.
Welcome back. Before we get right back into it, let's get into some Bad House RPG events and announcements. Once more, go to the commands !forge, !standee for information on how you can enter into the raffle entries of either wonderful prizes of a collection of acrylic standees themselves or codes for free shipping. Bad House related stuffs. The renewal of Red Row, a Spire the City Must Fall story, has open applications until June 19th, GM'd by our wonderful Alyssa at Disaster Queer. This is a Bad House RPG story. We're looking for three more players for a weekly Friday mini campaign story. So if you are interested in being a part of Bad House RPG's summer story collection, go ahead and check out that application. Getting right back into our story. Jet, you have a piece of paper.
I think Jet heads to the car and then is probably getting ready to leave, takes out the piece of paper and starts reading it before he sees both Wendy and Ted probably at the distance. Were Wendy and Ted outside of the office or outside of the building? Are arguing.
I felt like we were outside the building.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Because
if
I
you-
don't think Wendy would have been yelling inside
Yeah.
the building.
So outside of the building, Jet was probably just watching, not knowing what you guys were talking about, and you guys parted ways. Jet was just like whatever, and starts reading the note that Ted gave him.
Okie dokie. It reads just sort of in bullet points. A list sort of listed with Hyunmi Min and Gina Min's names circled, and keep an eye on them. There is movement. Young Chul has been watching them.
Okay. With that, I think Jet tries to call Gina.
Okie dokie. You get a phone call back. How much have you interacted with Gina, do you think?
I think Jet has visited Gina several times before they settled on Hanmi to take over the business.
Right.
Because Jet would have been like, look, Hanmi is a hard ass and Gina is much easier to he's much easier to trust, and I have an easier rapport. But yeah, I think they're kind of like friendly, not necessarily close. Like they accommodate each other.
Totally. Okay. You get an answer back. Gina Kim, the fourth of the Min godchildren, has been relatively uninvolved with Min finance, but has found just a relative nepotism-based success in doing kind of, I think, just sort of commission work based in like jewelry, just sort of like as a saleswoman, finding more flexibility and appreciation for herself through being her own employee, really. Um, but she answers, oh, Jet, how can I help you? Can I, excuse me, how can I help you?
Hey, Gina, you okay? You sound worried, or
I, Hyunmi and I are just sort of speaking to each other more, and Hyunmi sort of, I don't know. We've just sort of had, I guess, a closer relationship, and I'm getting to know a little bit more about what's going on, I guess. It's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking for her, not, for me, I'm not,
well,
I don't know.
I'm not surprised. I mean, Min Financial is a huge company, so but I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay and both of you are talking. Look, I'm just gonna come out with it. For a few months now, we've been having somebody look into this thing called Second Inquisition or whatever, that the U.S. military has been helping out with to get rid of us, basically. So far, they've been quiet, but our inside man kind of let me know that he's been having eyes on Young Chul as well, and he just told me.
What is he up to?
Well, Young Chul is in hot water right now. I'm not really don't really pay attention to the news about him. But what I did know is Young Chul's planning something. This contact of mine told me to keep an eye on both of you and Hanmi. I plan to do just that. Not only to you, and I guess I'll have to check in on the other kids as well.
Okay. Is what should I do? Should I just
Well,
stay?
no, because that's gonna tip him off about you knowing things, and he's gonna get desperate, and he might do something more reckless. So, just do you keep an eye on things and keep looking back behind your shoulder if anything weird happens, and also let Hanmi know that this is happening, and if you need anything, if something dangerous happens, just let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come handle it.
Yeah, sure thing. Thank you for letting me know.
Of course, we're family, right? So
Yeah, we are.
okay. I have a ton of other things to check out
Oh,
as well.
I'm sure.
So, yeah, just keep me in the loop, and if anything comes up, I'll do my best to handle it.
Got it. Will do.
Right. I think Jet kind of ends the call and uncharacteristically kind of rests his head on the steering wheel, and he's not sleeping, but he just has his eyes closed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think he's gonna start to drive off to do his personal stuff.
Okie dokie. Where in particular anything notable?
I think Jet has booked 2 different instructors, kendo instructors, and
Okay.
he did the one in the late afternoon, and now he's about to do his evening training, and he's just basically trying to find ways to protect the people that he cares about.
Okay. Question: who would you have asked for? Who would your contact have been for a few of the names that you've been looking into, specifically the executives council?
So I do have actually on the way I contact 2 people.
Okay.
One is probably, I'm not entirely sure. I'm leaving the name to you. But they're kind of like private contract, not necessarily military, but like private security.
Yeah, totally.
And have them look into some of the executives, what they find. And second, we're gonna try to reach out again to Cinnabar.
Okay.
But with
Yeah.
2 questions: what they know about the person that I'm looking for, and also what they know about the executives. I don't expect the private contract military to know more, but hopefully Cinnabar can finally get back to me about something.
Okay. I did forget properly. Alice did, I think, leave you and Viridian like a list of names, but I think conveniently forgot to leave out like what their specific like stakeholder importances are. So I think what you'll get from some of your private security contacts is, first of all, the names being, these are 4 people who seem to be of major industry. So some large names, large stake/shareholders. There is a Sujin Kim, who seems to be largely into the arts and music industry. So I think specifically what she's working on is, I mean, to be very frank, she is a K-pop CEO. She's like one of the major companies. We'll call it SJK. Literally is like the acronym. What's up?
I just find it funny because like I had a classmate, literally a classmate in college
With that name.
with that name. Yeah.
Listen, Korean people, all the same name. The next person is transportation, in a huge figurehead in transportation, cars, sales industry, a Sung Cho. This is all also in your little notes that I have set up for you. Game and sports, specifically a big esports investor, a Hwan Lee. And electronics for a good general amount of things, specifically like parts, like not specifically a focus on like entertainment, electronics, or whatever the fuck, a Jungsuk Choi. So these are the major industry sorts of people. Let me also make a note of something really quick. Okay. And how long has Cinnabar been ghosting you?
I think probably a good 2 months now.
Okay.
I think Cinnabar said they were taking a trip, wink wink.
Mm-hmm.
And then haven't heard from them since.
Okay. I think you will finally get a call back from a private number.
Um, gonna, I'll answer it.
So, I wasn't ghosting you.
Son of a bitch.
And Cinnabar, or in Toronto, called Umami. I was finding God, if you can believe that.
You were finding God or fighting God? I didn't
I,
really
oh,
catch
oh,
that.
I guess kind of both.
Okay. So where did my 300k go? Did it go into
Not
fighting God?
no, not wasted on any of that shit. Okay. You're gonna have to remind me. I have a few things. What did you want? I already asked the guy. I asked my friend Chester. I already asked him a couple of things. What in particular out of the maelstrom of shit that I need to get to you?
Well, okay. Well, I need to figure out how to break Natalie out of whatever that shit she's in. And now there's
Got
a
it.
lot of big problems in the city. Are you back yet, or are you on your way?
I'm on my way. Do you want me to bring the guy over?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be great. But also, it's gonna be fun times when you get back here because I wouldn't be surprised if Viridian needs your help. There's a bunch of executives that we need to kind of figure out what their deal is. They want Viridian to join their fold, which I don't really care. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think Viridian is the best choice for them to pick as a leader. But also,
Is that what you really think?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
Do you think
I'm not.
otherwise?
I don't mean to sound conspiratorial. I promise. I just sound like a bitch.
It sound like okay.
I am a bitch.
True.
No, yeah, I can. I'm gonna go ahead. I can bring. Chester is his name, by the way. I can bring Chester to Korea, no prob.
It's good.
Well, I mean, he's gonna have to just get over traveling. I don't know what his sort of idea about good time is. But yeah,
Tell him money's no object.
okay. We'll get him the plushest flight or whatever. I don't know if he has a portable laboratory. Whatever, we'll figure it out.
I have one. It's fine.
That's right. Okay. And these executives, give me some names, and you can list them off.
I'll
Whatever.
list them off, and then I'll close with this thing about their mouthpiece. Their spokesperson, Alice.
Okay.
They're tied to one of my uncles, and he's trying to overthrow Min Financial. And if that's the case, then he's probably trying to do some shady shit on the side. So I just need some information about either her or his inner workings. It'll help Cerise too with this case.
Cerise, that's the lover.
Wait, what? No.
Not
No,
yours.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Viridian. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Viridian.
Jesus.
What the fuck off?
So, okay. So I from what I am aware of, so you're saying, tell me one more time. You want eyes on this your uncle. What about Cerise? You want
Whatever you can pull from Young Chul, whatever he's doing. If you do,
okay.
if it's urgent, if you can't get a hold of me, Cerise is probably the best bet. They need to know what he's doing as much as I do. So
Okay. From what I am literally immediately getting on some of my records, the case that he's in is with a French international restaurateur, a restaurant sort of what is it called? Just like a general restaurant industry, big
Yeah.
fuck off, Michelin whatever company. Embezzlement, something. Looks like really fucking some people out of their money. Appeared as like a big investor, was just sort of skimming off a ton up the top. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. Are we hoping this guy wins anything, or
I'm hoping Cerise gets what they want out of it, and we be ready before he does something stupid.
I could dig up a couple things and just like make it easier on you. I'm your contact. Cerise hasn't spoken to me. I don't know what Cerise wants.
Fair. Do what you can. Send me the bill and thanks. Getting back to me.
Okay, sure. All right. I will talk to you later, and I will hopefully not be trapped in a hotel again. See you later. Hangs up.
Whatever. And yeah, I think Jet is gonna head to his lesson. His
Okay.
training.
Thank you, Raiders, as well. Happy birthday to Faye Fatale.
Oh, hi.
With our last few minutes, we'll just wrap up with another thing, Jet, really quick. Let me see something. Can you remind me, did you ask anyone specifically about Mark?
Wendy.
Okay. Then we'll head to Wendy very quickly. Wendy, who did you ask in particular to look up this Mark person?
Well, I was gonna ask Ted.
Oh, sure, easy.
Right?
We'll just sort of say, at some point, however many hours after seeing each other after a while, how sort of pacing big heated conversation for the next one, giving a good enough buffer time for the both of you to breathe. We'll say that Ted leaves you a last message of Mark Durassi, full name Marcello, is an American professor that works at Haynes University as an art history and an art restoration sort of professor. Da, 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 ba, 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 ba. And I think at some point you'll sort of see, depending on which phone that y'all actively text on or like email through or whatever, there is a good amount of pause or silence before Ted gets to his next piece of information, which is this is also just Joe needing to pull up the appropriate notes. So do you remember, this is Ted speaking, do you remember the names of the people that I was talking about? The people, the specialists and such?
The officers?
Yeah. Mark DeRossi's wife is is Polly Killing?
Okay.
Oh. Oop. Sorry. Coming in through the void here. I thought I was muted. I'm usually muted.
Okay. Does Wendy know who that is? Because I mean, I know Wendy knows the name, but
Yes.
okay.
So, well, I think you don't know who specifically it would be, but you've literally in the meeting that you just had with the pictures, Polly Killing, who is seemingly just like a blonde, white American woman in an IT specialist in the military, working alongside just sort of what seems to be this team next and in line with Isabella Kaczmarek and Kara Finnegan. Ted is also, I think at some point also just straight up calls you and is like, can you let Jet know that Mark DeRossi, this person that he's looking for, married to one of the IT specialists and is apparently this DeRossi person is the person Jesse's professor right now. Mark's a Kindred.
Shut up. Okay.
This smells bad, I think, right?
Yeah. Doesn't smell pleasant. Great.
Is there anything you need me to do right now?
No, this will be fine. Maybe, do you have anyone that has any dirt on him besides being Kindred?
I mean, somebody's gonna have to talk to Jesse, I guess. But I can look into it. I know that there are some Kindred already at the university anyway.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on things, whatever.
Yeah. All right, I'll pass it along. Thanks.
Okie dokie. Good luck with that. And Ted will hang up the phone. Wendy, how do you let Jet know?
Wendy's gonna text Jet and be like, hey, so remember that person that I was supposed to look into? Well, turns out not a person. Well, is a person, but also might be Kindred, as in might, as in is, and that should be fine, but also might be tied to Jesse, so I might need That might be the person that you need to talk to.
You get a text back of a heart emoji, and a chocolate emoji, and then a mailbox emoji.
Yes.
And it's probably gonna say, "I'm too emotional about this. I'll wait whenever you have time and we can handle this together."
Okay.
And then like it skips a line and is like, "and the group and the coterie."
And then Wendy just texts back, "Is there something going on with you and Cerise? Because like you guys have been weird to each other."
Jet says everything. Jet tells Wendy everything.
Oh!
Just everything.
Now Viridian is the one that doesn't know everything.
Yeah. Jet tells Wendy from the first, like from the weekend at Birdie's night, when the first time they fed, the second time when Cerise and Viridian had a fight, then also like
Natalie.
the night where they just drove around, and then the Natalie thing, and then the few nights ago when Cerise visited.
Wendy just texts back, "I'm sorry, what?"
No, Jet probably called you to tell you everything.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So-
over text.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like a lot. Okay. So then Wendy's just gonna. Okay. Are you okay?
No, of course not. I'm not okay.
No, you're not okay. That makes sense.
No,
that was a dumb. I'm
like-
sorry. That was. I
No,
shouldn't
it's
have
not.
asked the question.
No, you're not dumb. Like, look, I'm just getting spread too thin. It's just.
Mhm.
Thank God Cinnabar came back and sending over some wizard thing, I don't know, to help with Natalie. And
Okay.
they're looking into young Chol. Look, the family's in danger. We're in danger as usual. So I just don't want anybody getting hurt, and still have to kill Gen. So, so that's thing.
Yeah, you already have a ton on your plate right now, and definitely don't need anything else added to it. So, do you want me to go with you to talk to Jesse? Are you gonna talk to Cerise? Like, what? Is it just a weird limbo thing now? Should I say something? I shouldn't. Never know what. Never mind. Forget I asked that. Do you want me to go with you to talk to Jesse?
Let's
Today. Not right now. I guess.
let's ask Viridian what they think, because if there's more Kindred that we don't know about, then that means that people are coming from America and they know how to deal with these things. So let's go to Viridian,
America, right?
and they
Yes,
might
no.
know what to do better.
Yes.
Because if it were
Yeah.
up to us, we're probably gonna go and just like, oh yeah, it's on the phone. I guess just shoot guns a-blazing. So
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you're good? You're okay? I mean, besides that stuff, I just mean you. Like, I mean, do you need me to get you a plushie or something? Like, I have some
you're precious. Knowing
food.
knowing that you know everything now, I think I'm better.
Okay.
Wendy, thanks. Because these men people, they say family, but you're the closest thing that I have to one. So
Wendy immediately hangs up.
Fuck me then, I guess. And just
And then calls Jet back and is like, I'm so sorry. I can't take compliments. So
cool. But I mean it.
but also same.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
All right. Many meetings, all that said and done, many secrets and more. We're going to end today's episode. I have been your storyteller, Josephine. I'm going to pass it over to Youngles.
That's me. Hi, I'm Youngles. I've played Wendy. We both use they, she pronouns. And you can find me at Genkiki and mostly here, and I have other stuff going on. But this was a really cool episode, and now I'm just like, this was so fun. Okay, I'll pass it to Hamna.
Hello, everybody. My name is Humna. I use any and all pronouns, and I am a TTRPG performer and producer. You can find me on all of the social medias at Lilith TTRPG. If you want to know where I am at any given point in time, Twitter is the best place, so go follow me there, and you will know when I'm streaming and what I'm streaming and other fun stuff. And with that, I will pass it over to Jay.
Bad time to take a sip of water. Hi everyone, my name is Jay. I use they, them pronouns. I am on Twitter at NalaWoo and at NalaDraws. Tonight I Viridian Song. What else do I talk about? I am an artist. I draw stuff. I want to draw stuff for you. You should contact me if you want character art or environment paintings or anything for your games or what have you. I would love to bring that to life. Every person I draw is hot, and I like painting environments too. What else to talk about? Throughout the month of June, I am on an all-trans game of Kids on Brooms over on Queen's Court Games. We are sponsored by cool people too, so that's really exciting. This is a 4-part mini-series called The Mysteries of Ravenswood. It is a spooky mystery. Episode 1 aired this actually yesterday, and will continue to air on Mondays at 7 p.m. So check that out if you like a little bit of horror, a little bit of gothic mystery at a magical school for magical people. And again, that's over on Queen's Court Games. I forgot if I said that or not. Anyway, the best place, like Hana, to keep up with me is on Twitter, so that's going to be at NalaWoo. I am also on other social media sites as NalaDraws. That's everywhere else. I make a lot of Viridian TikToks on TikTok, so come find me there. That's all from me, I think, that I quote-unquote had to plug. Anything else? No, I got nothing. All right, Fabs, you're up.
What's up? My name is Fabs. How you guys doing? I played Jet, the Thin Blood. Yeah. You can find me, most of my stuff on comic stuff at Rockets and Pens, and you can find me and my TTRPG stuff over here. Sorry, I'm a little loopy because Canadians burning the forest is bad for us. All the way from Jersey. Anyway, yeah, if you want to see my stuff, just check out Rockets and Pens and Bad House RPG. Check out our giveaways. Again, pretty easy. Just follow us on all the socials that we have. Retweet. Each follow, each retweet, each subscribe is an entry, so you can enter as many times as you can. And yeah, nothing new yet. But yeah, watch our socials for announcements. Back to Joe.
Again, thank you so much for Hero Forge for sponsoring Itaewon By Night as a series. Everything that Vivian said and more. At Bad House RPG, we have a summer show opening up for 3 player slots that is run by Alyssa at Disaster Queer. So please, if you're interested in playing An eviction and gentrification story played in the world of Spire, The City Must Fall. Definitely recommend go ahead and checking out those applications. Those are going to be weekly Friday games starting in July. Thank
Fuck
you, Wes.
landlords.
Fuck landlords. Fuck gentrification. Thank you so much, Wes. Wes, who goes by Thirst Trap Moth on Twitter, is in chat as Kyrian Comfort. Such a talented, amazing person. Thank you so much for guesting, and definitely expect more guests on season 2 of Itaewon by Night. Bye.